Hello, welcome to KimmelsIrishPub.com. Time for another movie review. Yes, that's right. I know, I should change the beginning, but all the comments everybody gives me doesn't suggest they like the opening that I give to these. And you're like, well, what movie is it? Tell us, Jeff. I'm gonna. Just hold on, here it comes. It's Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets. So, sci-fi. I think it's a very visually pleasing type movie. I'm going to give you the numbers. 50% of the critics on Rotten Tomatoes think it's good. 56% of the users thinks it's good. And let's go to IMDb for you real quick. And that's a 6.7 on IMDb. So not a lot of high expectations on this one. I think it's going to be very visual and neat. Now, the story is about 1,000 planets, and some dark thing starts to infringe upon a normally peaceful organization of some sort. The synopsis is this big, and so I figured instead of reading it and then trying to translate it to you, or just reading it to you, I am just going to jump in and start and watch the movie, and then I will tell you what it's about. I hope that's okay with you. So I won't take too long in the opening here. Science fiction, adventure, action. It was kind of popular. There are some stars in it. I can't mention their names. Ethan Hawke is in it. There are some actors, Clive Owen, Rihanna, and then the two main actors are hard to say. But I'll practice them while I watch this movie, and I'll check back in and truly let you know what this movie's about. Low expectations, but hopefully it's fun. We've found some gems together before, haven't we? Alright, stick around. I'll be back in a little bit. Hey everybody, we're watching Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets. I want to do a quick check-in here. As promised, it's at the 53-minute and 36-second mark of this movie is 2 hours and 16 minutes long. So I got a lot to go, but I wanted to jump in here real quick. I'm not 100% sure really the synopsis of the movie like I thought I might be able to. So it involves two young I think they work for the Federation, like the federal government of the 1,000 planets. And initially you see one of an alien species leaving their world, and there's a little, what looks like a armadillo type animal that seems to diamonds come out of it. Looks like it poops diamonds. Like you feed something and all diamonds come out of it. I don't know. But that seems like that world got bombed and they evacuated, leaving one person behind, whatever. I don't think that's important. But this thing ends up on another planet, and they track it there. So these two federal agents track this armadillo type thing to that planet. And it's kind of neat because it's very sci-fi. Like there's multiple dimensions going on, and you have to wear glasses to see the one dimension. So it's neat, while the other people around you without glasses seem like you're in a desert. So I thought that was interesting, and that kind of fun stuff. I think that's a lot of fun. But they go and they get this armadillo thing, and they're now returning it to their commander, and they're under attack from what seems like the original people who had the armadillo. I'm not sure still what's going on. I think there's some dark force that's coming to eradicate the 1,000 planets. I don't know about that yet so far, but so far what I see, it's a kind of a fun movie. I think it's fun, and a lot of good visual effects, as I had thought. The two young actors, and I'll get you their names in the next stop, because I don't feel like bringing out my phone right now, but they're a little cocky, a little arrogant for me. And I get it. I mean, obviously, if you're a secret agent or a federal agent for 1,000 planets, you should be very confident in yourself. But, that's the only thing that's putting me off right now is how cocky and arrogant they are. And he's in love with her, but she's playing hard to get, I think. So we got that little aspect going on, which, but otherwise it's fun so far. And it seems like it's more like a kid-friendly. Absolutely, I think it's kid-friendly. A lot of fun little animals. It's almost like a little bit of Star Wars, you know, and they visit Jabba the Hutt and they go to the canteen and you see all these weird characters. That element is in here, so you know, I guess that's why I like it a lot. But okay, so that's as much as I know now. I'm gonna start watching it again, and I might be back before the credits to let you know a little bit more of what I figured out. And next time, I will give you their names if you haven't already looked it up. Thanks for sticking around so far. I'll be back in a bit. Hey everybody, we're at the credits. Sorry I didn't have another check-in. I didn't have much to share. And I'll explain that in a second, but first let me tell you about the cast. So it was Dane DeHaan, I believe is his name. Cure for Wellness was one of the other movies that I had reviewed previously that he was in. I think I gave that one a very low rating. And then the other main character of the other federal agent is Cara Delevingne, Delevingne. Delevingne, I don't know, but she was the other federal agent. She was Suicide Squad, so she was the main villain in Suicide Squad. She was who the Suicide Squad was fighting, because I guess they're all villains. But enough about that movie. Let's talk about this movie. So I'm watching this movie, and the reason I didn't stop it was because it was just kind of fun sci-fi adventure of these two, you know, hopping around interplanetary, you know, federal agents, and they're you know, going after certain things. As I had mentioned, a armadillo, which I thought pooped diamonds. It's not. It's actually pearls. But you know, and I was like, you know, this is a good, fun movie, but I don't get it. I didn't understand the plot. And come to find out, there's a reason. So with about 20-25 minutes left in the movie, they then share with you what everything is about. So it's not very confusing, to be honest. You know, it's you know, they're like I said, it's kind of an adventure, but you just don't know why they're doing what they're doing. And I thought, oh, okay, so maybe that's why the low rating was. But then they, at the end, not at the end, but close to the end, they start to explain what is actually going on, and you know, as that planet blew up in the beginning, what's the significance of that, and things of that nature. So it really brought it all back together, and really helped me enjoy the movie a lot more. I don't know, like, I would think I would have liked to seen all of that in the beginning. It wasn't going to ruin the conclusion, I don't think, but they could have done the explanation of why this was all happening in the beginning, and I thought maybe that would have been better for the movie. But I think this is an interesting way to do it. I mean, it's not, you know, a big, you know, it doesn't ruin the movie. Like, if I were to tell you right now everything they explained to you in the last 20 to 25 minutes, and then you watch the movie, it's not really going to ruin it for you. I think it might even allow you to enjoy the movie a little bit more, and then see the final conclusion, the dramatic climax, and what all happens there. But I think I'm not going to do that, unless you want me to, and maybe I'll do it at the end. But I think that gives a little something different to this movie than other movies doesn't have. I mean, it goes throughout the whole movie without telling you why the plot is the plot. And it's hard for me to explain. It's not like, oh yeah, there's a lot of movies that you have to figure out at the end. No, this is different. This tells you the plot of the movie, and then like wraps it up all at the end. So very interesting. So I'm gonna go with a 7, close to an 8 on this one. Last time I gave an 8, my dad didn't agree, so I'm kind of hesitant. But I do think this was good fun. I think that I was thinking about it. I was thinking about like my nephew as well. Like, this would be a good movie for him. There's one part where Rihanna, as I mentioned, was in it, and Ethan Hawke, but they're only really small cameos, and she dances provocatively. There's nothing to see. There's no nudity or anything like that. But you know, that's the only piece that I was like, maybe not that much for kids. There's a little kissing at the end too. But other than that, I think it was very kid friendly. A lot of fun. Like I said, it has that Star Wars feel to it, with the different types of aliens in it. I thought it was good, and I'm gonna go with a 7. Maybe convinced to be an 8 later, but that's what I'm gonna say for this movie. I enjoyed it. I would encourage you to watch it. But it's a little bit longer, but not painfully long. So go ahead, check it out. Let me know what you think, and you know, thanks for watching. At this point, I'm going to explain to you. So if you don't want to hear the rest of this, but I'm going to explain to you that little piece about how it makes the whole movie work together that they don't tell you until the end. So if you're interested in hearing it, stick around. If you're not, watch the movie and then drop me a comment. Let me know what you think. So I'm going to give you a second to go ahead and pause it. Spoiler alert time, in a sense. Alright, so if you're with me, again, I don't think this is going to spoil the movie at all. It just spoils the way they made the movie. So the aliens at the first scene where I said that the planet was eradicated, it was blown up, you find out what was happening above them, and they lived their own peaceful planet where they fished for pearls, and they had that little porcupine or armadillo type thing that pooped out pearls that helped the planet grow. So that's what that was all about. And there was a war going on above them that crashes into their planet, and that's what blows it all up. The daughter was left behind, as I had mentioned. The rest of them kind of got away, and the daughter then ends up, her soul finds Valerian, who is one of the federal agents, and so he's going out and he's doing this stuff not knowing that her soul's with him. But their purpose throughout the movie is to find that armadillo and to find that last pearl, because the federal agency tells them to. He didn't know why or anything like that prior to the end when they explain to you that's what happened to their planet, and they go out and find this armadillo and this pearl. I mean, it's just weird because you watch the whole movie not knowing why they're doing this and why they're being chased, and you know how they're, and all the different adventures they go through. But the whole thing was they're going after this armadillo and this pearl, and it's related to this planet exploding. And here, because you know some people have escaped, and they want to bring their planet back to life. So I think that piece was really interesting, and you might enjoy the movie a little bit more if you saw it that way, but maybe you'll enjoy it the way it was meant to be enjoyed. I thought it was good. Don't know why it was rated so low. I'm not going to keep going on. Probably not a lot of people watching this far anyway, but sticking with a 7, still leaning towards an 8, but that's it for tonight. KimmelsIrishPub.com. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.